Oops.
Aaron and I met in junior high. We went to Owatonna Christian School, and I don't think either of us really remember a specific time when we met, but we just all of a sudden knew each other, although we have different memories of our first memories of each other. I think the first thing I remember is he was catching a mouse in the math room. He set up a trap for some loose mouse, which was strange.
First time I remember ever talking to her, she was walking past me in the school, and I had heard that she had webbed toes. And I said, "Hey, can I see your feet? I heard you have webbed toes." She just covered her face and ran into the bathroom. She was so embarrassed. Didn't want to say anything to me. That's the first thing I remember saying to her.
In high school, we started hanging out with more of the same friends, and I started to develop a crush on Aaron, and I didn't know if I would ever amount to anything, but...
I know in one class she sat right next to me, and I remember thinking, hey, this girl's kind of cute. But we never really hang out until a couple years later in high school. We started to get the same friends and hung around the same crowd and kind of started to get a little crush on her.
We were in the same play together, and I was playing the next door neighbor, and he was a boy that I went and visit, and we got to hold hands in one scene, so I thought that was pretty special. But we didn't really date till a year after that. I was in 10th grade and he was in 11th grade, and even before that we kind of liked each other, but we didn't know if each other felt the same way. And he asked me to the junior-senior banquet.
Getting to be crunch time, and I hadn't asked anyone yet. I know who I wanted to ask, but I was too shy. I was afraid she wouldn't like me or she would say no. And so I had told some of my friends I wanted to ask her. And one day we were at lunch and she walked up to the milk cooler to go get some milk, and my friends were like, "She's alone, go right now, go ask her." So they kind of pushed me into it. I wanted to ask her, but without that push I probably would have been too shy and I would have gone alone. So I walked up to her and asked her to go with me. She said yes, and I was relieved, and made me really happy to know that I was going to get to go with such a beautiful girl to the junior-senior.
That was really our first official date, I guess, because we got to go get all dressed up and go have dinner and ride in a limousine up in to the Twin Cities, and that was pretty fun.
We started, I guess we were calling it dating at the time, whatever it is you do in high school that's dating. But I remember one time there was nobody over at my house, so she came over and we were kissing, and no one was supposed to be home for a long time. But then all of a sudden I heard the front door open and my sister came home, and I didn't want to get in trouble, so I made her crawl out the window, and she ran out to her car barefoot and drove away. I had to bring her shoes to her later.
After I graduated high school, then I was going to move up to the cities to go to beauty school, and Aaron decided to move up there also. And
I didn't know what I wanted to do, but I knew I wanted to stay with her because I like this girl a lot. So I found a place to live up in the cities and went to a school up there for a while so I could be close to her. And I really started to fall in love with her there.
Eventually we moved back here, and we both loved each other, and we knew we wanted to be together and get married someday. We just didn't want to right away, and we kind of just were happy how we were. We didn't want to rush into anything. And then in January of 2010, he left for the Marine Corps, and he went to boot camp, and I didn't see him or get to talk to him on the phone. That's really different when you used to seeing someone every day and then all of a sudden they're gone. So we wrote a lot of letters, which will be always cool to have and show to your kids someday, because no one writes love letters anymore. But
just being away for that long, about 9 or 10 months, not seeing her more than 3 times, it was really hard, but it really made me fall so much more in love with her. And I realized how great of a woman she was, and I couldn't wait any longer to be with her forever and get married and start a family.
And then after he came home in September, it was like we picked up where we left off, and we just loved each other even more, and we decided we wanted to get married really soon and talked about that, and then we got engaged on Christmas. Aaron's really sneaky with all his presents or anything. He'll lead you on, and make you think he's getting you a bowling ball every year for Christmas, but he's really not. And so Christmas Day, I wasn't really expecting it. We were at my family's house with my parents and my brother, and he said I had to open his gift last, which isn't weird because he always does that to me and makes a big deal about whatever he gets me. So I opened this box, and it's a picture in a picture frame, and it says, "Love is a journey, not a destination."
I kind of turned the frame around backwards inside the package so she would open up the Christmas present and think, oh great, another picture frame. When she pulled it out and looked at it, she just stared at it for a while. And then she looked at me, and then she looked at the frame.
It also said, "Marry me." And I looked at it, and I was kind of confused. So I looked over at him, and he pulled out a ring. And then I was just in shock, and I cried a little, and
I was kind of hanging there holding this ring going, okay, does she want to marry me or not? Is this a good cry or a bad cry?
Sat there and realized that he was waiting for me to say yes. So I finally said, oh yeah, yes, I'll marry you. It was, I don't know, really happy, and my parents were happy. It was very cool. It was an exciting Christmas. What I love about Aaron, he always has my best interest at heart. He has the same sense of humor as me. He's caring. He doesn't worry about things, and he's taught me not to worry so much. I also like that he doesn't like to watch football. He hates football. He likes to cook for me. He'll do things for me, even little things, which mean a lot to me. We have jokes no one else gets. We both love God and have a relationship with Him. He's kind of helped me to be more relaxed and not so uptight about things. He's adventurous, good at everything he tries. We share the same faith. He can make something out of anything. He always puts me first. He can make me laugh. If something breaks, he can find a way to fix it. I don't have to fight to watch TV, and he's not obsessed with it for months. These are real things. I also like Aaron's brown eyes, his muscles, and the fact that his hand fits perfectly in mine.
She always wants to make sure that everyone else is happy. We have the same friends. We like the same music. Whenever I need something, I know she's right there to help me out. The smile on her face is always genuine, and we have everything in common. She's such a caring person. She has such a genuine love. We like doing the same things. Never seems to care about herself. I really love the free haircuts that I get. It's really great not having to find a good hairstylist, and I don't need to tip her. Thanks, honey.
Oh, Aaron. Definitely.
You're a close second.
I have clutter, but
It's the same thing.
okay, we're both a little sloppy. No.
Yes.
Okay. I can see how sometimes it'd be better just to go along with what I think. If I'm not happy,
it's easier just to go along with it. So I'll just pretend she's right.
do we think we are the perfect couple?
Yes.
We both agree on the way the toilet paper roll goes. Right? It's on the outside.
Hangs forward.
Forward, yeah.
It's very important. That's a deal breaker, actually. That's about it.
Yeah. It's really all you need. We like each other. We love each other. We know how to get along and deal with our conflicts.
Balance each other out.
Yeah.
She talks too much. I don't talk at all. We're good at solving problems before it turns into an argument.
Yeah. We talk about our conflicts or disagreements. We both trust in God to guide us through our lives and follow His plan for us. And Aaron's good at keeping me on track and reminding me that God's always has a plan and knows what's best for us, and He'll always take care of us. Even if what you think isn't really His plan.
You don't have to worry, because God is working out everything for you.
Yeah.
So whatever happens with our family, we know that it's going to be good, because God has a plan for us.